Hello, my name is Tyler Adams, and I will be presenting my case presentation on General Motors and the CEO. A little bit of history of General Motors. It was founded in 1908 as a holding company in Flint, Michigan. Its global headquarters are in Detroit, Michigan to this day. One of the world's largest car and truck manufacturers. It manufactures cars and trucks in 35 countries. Some of the current brands include Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, Holden, and Wuling. And GM values respect, integrity, accountability, and equality. Given the recent crisis, to move forward, we must look back. There was a notice of the defect in the faulty engine switch in test models in 2001. There was also notice of the defect in new models in 2004. There was a proposal to fix the defect by a GM engineer in 2005 and is rejected in 2006. GM files for bankruptcy in 2009. The faulty ignition switch was determined in 2013, and recall of vehicles by GM in 2014. In regards to the GM recall, due to the faulty ignition switch, there were 100 plus deaths, 250 plus injuries, 2.6 million cars recalled, and GM had a loss of credibility and their reputation was tarnished. As your consultant, I have a few future actions for GM to take. First, they must release an official statement accepting responsibility and taking accountability for their actions. They must schedule a press conference to answer any and all questions pertaining to the incident and discuss points for advancement. They must immediately launch a recall on all impacted models. They must launch a revamped safety check and protocol that provides sufficient testing, meaning that covers all parts thoroughly before the vehicles are released from production. They must quickly respond to any issues that occur with the vehicle after it is approved for release. They also must give safety check statistics for all future models to help monitor vehicle efficiency. And this is especially important for our customers who have lost trust in us. As far as the press conference is concerned, GM will need to host one and formally apologize to the public for its shortcomings and for those affected. GM will need to explain their plan of action on how to amend the situation. GM will also need to explain the new protocol moving forward, which is the immediate termination of employees for failure to comply in accordance with the recall, and discipline will be issued to employees accordingly. To rectify the faulty ignition switch, GM has a 3-point check plan for their recalls. This will consist of 1, removing everything from your keyring except your car key. 2, communicating with your local GM dealer as replacement parts become available. And 3, contacting us for any answers to any questions about the ignition recall. To find out if their vehicles are affected and to learn more, they should check out our information sources via our website, www.gmignitionupdate.com, our Twitter, @GMC_Customers_SUC, or by calling our Customer Engagement Center, 1-800-222-1020. Vehicles affected: the Chevrolet Cobalt and the HRR from 2005 to 2010 and 2006 to 2011. The Pontiac G5 from 2007 to 2010, and the Pontiac Solstice from 2006 to 2010. The Saturn Ion from 2003 to 2007, and the Saturn Sky from 2007 to 2010. The vehicle that was recalled the most was the vehicle that had the faulty ignition switch in the majority of their models, and that was the Chevy Cobalt from 2005 to 2010, which aided in 2,600,000 vehicles set for recall. Now, questions will arise as to who will challenge this and why. This meaning the moving forward of GM and proving their customer loyalty. So we might receive backlash from victims and their families as they will argue that regardless of the plans to move forward, GM was irresponsible and careless and did not value the safety of their customers. Questions will arise as far as safety and efficiency of current and future vehicles. Questions will also arise about customer loyalty. Now, how can we unpack this? We can admit through our press conference and through our statement that we are completely at fault for the incidents that occurred. We can also let them know that we are doing everything in our power to rectify the situation, and if they need any form of resources or help, to also reach out to us. Safety officials might also challenge this, as they may believe that GM doesn't care for the safety of their customers, but that they are more concerned with sales. GM values respect, integrity, customer loyalty, equality. It's not about the sales for us. We need to make this clear. It's about making sure that our customers feel safe and that the cost of our vehicles is economical to our customers. We care more about our customers than we care about sales. Now, some may argue that we don't. Sales are important, that's inevitable, but it's our customer safety that we put first. We're going to use social media and visibility. Social media has a huge effect on our society today. Social media platforms are heavily used as ways for people to stay up to date on current events, news, issues, and life. We, as General Motors, should take advantage of this, as it is an important tool in connecting with our customers and being able to answer their questions, giving them updates, and addressing issues that may arise. This will allow for faster communication between both parties and help regain our customers' trust. If we have lack in responsiveness, it can come off negatively to our customers and further ruin the reputation we are trying so desperately to rebuild. Now, GM moving forward. We had an opportunity to speak with Tony Cervoni, and he gave us a few quotes that he believes will aid in the effectiveness of GM moving forward. He also broke them down into 3 bullet points. First, unlocking potential. His quote is as follows: "There's never been a problem with GM's communications talent or human resources that meant we weren't intelligent enough to handle something," says Cervoni. "It was a matter of unleashing them to their full capacity, and that's the exciting part." After they had a sit down with GM, their exec board, and their team, they realized that the only internal issue was them not reaching and maximizing their full potential as employees of General Motors. Once they got the ball rolling on that, they aimed to set a new roadmap. Cervoni also says, "You have to do more in traditional media in building up to big news stories. It's a different way of operating and thinking about the business, and we need to become a lot more effective and efficient." This moved on to a unified strategy. As new things aren't rolling into that story, the air clears, and we can talk about things we want to make sure are out there. Our numbers around trust and confidence in the company have progressed well. We've rebounded from the pre-recall status, and some metrics are even better than that. As a result, GM agreed to pay $900 million to settle criminal charges related to this recall. GM has been doing very successful after the clearing up of the incident of the recall, but there's still more to be done. We still need to gauge the trust of our customers and let them know that we are here for them, to support them, and to make sure that their safety always comes first. If you have any other questions, or if you would like more information, you can visit adamsconsultinggroup@gmail.com or visit our website at www.adamsconsulting.com. Thank you so much for your time,